Welcome back to Hot Excuse me. Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling. I dropped the ball on that. Um, hey, I got my Miami Dolphins hat on. Yeah, I should be ashamed to even have this in my house, let alone on my head. But we'll just leave that for the guys who talk about sports. Well, we talk about sports on here, but different sports. But anyways, I'm here to do a Blu-ray update for you guys. Not the biggest update, but figured I'd show you a couple of the new releases I got. None of them should come as a surprise, especially the first one, which is the Fast Five, Fast and the Furious Five, Fast Five, not the Fast Five, but Fast Five. And you know what? I thought this was a pretty darn good movie. Probably for my dollar, the best one of the series, other than the first one. I even probably at this point like it better than the first one, only because the first one at this point, is a little dated and a little more cheesy. They did end up keeping a good layer of cheese on Fast Five, but even if you don't like the other films or haven't seen the other films, you can go ahead and just watch Fast Five, put your fun hat on, which is not this, put your fun hat on and just go. So there's some really spectacular scenes. Dwayne Johnson did a great job in his role as Hobbs, I believe is his name. So a lot of fun with Fast Five. Next is Transformers Dark of the Moon. And I saw this in theaters on IMAX 3D, and I've enjoyed the Transformers trilogy, I guess it is now, but the franchise, ever since it came out. I've never been a huge Michael Bay fan, but I think him pairing with Spielberg did wonders for his directing style. The reason why I haven't been such a Bay fan is that a lot of his stuff just, frankly, looks like a right guard commercial, and a lot of fast edits and very weird pacing with some of his earlier films for my taste. I know a lot of people feel completely differently, and The Rock and Armageddon are a lot of people's favorite movies. But well done job with Transformers and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Again, you don't have to see the other movies to jump in and enjoy this, but I do recommend you at least watch the first one before you watch this one. But you don't have to. It was a little strange getting away from the Megan Fox character. It really was a shame they could not bring her back. Simply just because of the believability that their relationship would end after all they've seen and all they've been through, that their bond would not be greater than it is, that they would just kind of give up. So maybe if they make a fourth film, she could come back into his life somehow. But the love story here is not what's important, of course. The importance is the effects, the action, the war. It's great, lots of fun. First hour is a little slow, but then it just goes bananas. So Transformers Dark of the Moon. And then an old classic, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I can't say enough good things about this movie. Completely original film. Paul Reubens created the Pee Wee Herman character, and then Tim Burton just made one of his best movies. I think this might have been Tim Burton's first big budget studio film that he had made. And you'll never find another film like Pee Wee's Big Adventure. It's a one of a kind. I don't even know how someone would feel watching this movie today for the first time. Say, a 15-year-old kid or something watching this movie today. If it's gonna hit home like it did for myself when it came out in theaters. But I would have to say you'd at least be intrigued and at least enjoy it. And of course, if you're already a fan, well, this is a no-brainer. You got to pick this up. I actually skipped this on DVD. I held onto my VHS tape for many years, and just never ended up getting it on DVD. So it was a easy buy for me on Blu-ray. So that's my Blu-ray update, and I hope you guys are doing well. See you next time on Hot Water Wrestling.